Hey everyone, today I'll show you how you can make your own text editor. In previous video I showed you only and only the introduction of which type of text editor we are going to make. In this video I am going to start that project and I will explain you each and every step which you will use to make that project. So guys, what are the prerequisites over here are you should have a Python software installed in your system. Like in my case I have PyCharm. You can have ideally also any IDE will work over here. So I am going to use PyCharm. So let's start. Let's create a new project. Your Python, yeah, name will be mm, text editor. So guys, this is the project name, text editor, and let's create it. So guys, as you can see that I am working on PyCharm and my project directory has been created. So let's import the libraries first. So guys, for importing libraries, go to file and then go to settings and then go to project and project text editor, then select project interpreter, and here it has these two libraries. Actually these are built in, as you know very well if you use PyCharm. Now the we are going to use few libraries like one of them is Kinter. Kinter is a basic library which will be used to create the GUI of our text editor. So actually Kinter is built in library, so there is no need to install it from third party software. And yeah, the one library that we are going to install is OpenPyXL. Actually, if you have information of OpenPyXL, that's good, but let me explain you. OpenPyXL is a library with the help of which you can work on Excel files using Python. So, in this text editor we are not going to make any database. We will just deal with Excel files, and we will fetch our data from Excel files, and we will store our data in Excel files. That's why I am importing this file. So let's install this package. You can see it is installing. Yeah, package is installed. Now let's install another library, JSON. I think JSON is also built in, so there is no need to install this. Yeah, one more library you are going to need is speech recognition. You know that speech recognition very useful in mic. That's why, and I have in my previous video you can see there is an option for mic. So for working with mic we must have to install this feature library. Yeah, it's installed. PyAudio also installing. Error, let's see the details. Should include port audio. Okay guys, leave it here, no problem. If we can also install it from third party software. Actually till right now there is no need to install this library. When we want, when we need, we will install it. Okay, so leave it. So basic library we have installed. Now let's create our project. Guys, actually for working with this project you should have basic knowledge of Python, and yeah, that's the only prerequisite. You should have basic knowledge. So this is when the main folder. In this folder let's create a new file, Python file I mean. Let's give the name of this file is main file. So this is the main file where whole data will be written in Python or you can say main file from which the program starts. So let's import the library OS. OS is built in, that's why there is no need to install it from the software. And now let's import speech recognition. You can see we have downloaded it, so let's import it. Yeah, you can see speech recognition as SR. Now let's import JSON. Okay, import OpenPyXL. And finally import Kinter. So guys, all libraries we have imported. Now let's start with the main backend of the program. So guys, now this time let's start with the project. Wait, yes. So guys, here which concept we are using is we are going to use OOPS concept, because OOPS concept is very important. Also it is very easy to implement rather than the you can see procedural programming. OOPS programming is very quite good, not quite, very good. So let's create a class. Class name will be main. This is tk.tk means we are going to use this class for Kinter. So this is our class main. Now we are going to make the constructor first. In constructor, let's write the super function. Okay guys, so this is the basic structure of our program. Let me show you how this program will look right now. Is going to look right now. Yes, let's call it over here app equal to name of class app dot main loop. Actually main loop is a method using which you can call the Kinter files or make it runnable, or you can say that. Otherwise it will automatically terminate. So let's run this file. There is a error super dot init. It is showing us a error. Wait, init super needs an argument. Yeah guys, actually we are using this method, and this method requires argument, and the argument is self. Oh yeah, we have forgotten to use braces. Now let's again edit. So guys, this is the Kinter window, and in this window we are going to make our text editor. You can see it is totally empty. Canvas is totally empty, and this is the Kinter window we are going to use. So let's start. This is the basic window. So guys, what we are going to do here right now is let's provide the title to the Kinter window, because you can see that right now it is TK. Let's provide our own title. So our own title will be self dot title, name of it will be Vulkan text editor. Vulkan, you can provide your name, any name which you want. So guys, let's run it and see any changes have been made or not. Self is not defined, yeah, so it is throwing error for self. uh, Self dot title Vulkan text editor. Okay guys, wait. Yeah, actually the biggest problem is we are writing this syntax after the constructor. This init is a constructor and we are writing this uh, line outside this constructor. So just make it inside. Now you can see that the color of self is changed. Now let's run it again. You can see the name over here is Vulkan text editor. Earlier it was TK. So we have provided the name to our text editor, title not name, and let's create a base first photo. Yeah, till now we have no photos. Photos means no buttons. In video you can see I have buttons, create file, new file, open file, and etc etc. So let's import them first because we are going to deal with them. So my photos are in material folder. Just select all, copy all, and paste it in your program. So our program was text editor. This was the directory of our project. So just paste it over here. You can see our main file over which we are working. So we have pasted all the files. So now everything will be good. Now let's import the create file image. You can also use your images if you want. Create file images like this one, create file. So this is the image we are going to use, create file. So for importing an image you have to write self name of image. So I am providing this the name is logo, self dot logo, tk dot photo image. You can see that it automatically suggested me the word photo image. So it is an inbuilt function. File, let's specify the path of the image. File equal to name of our file is create file. You can see that it is appearing, it is showing me the name of the image. So that's our image. So till now we have imported our image to the program, but still it will not locate on our desktop. You can see that till now it is empty. So what to do? As I told, we have imported our image but we haven't used it. So for using it, make a button first, self dot new button, tk dot button. Self means this is the master window over which we are going to put that button. So we are not going to use any multi-screen. There is a single screen. That's why I am pasting this button over self, the main screen only. So self, then the text over the button will be text equal to new file, because create file means new file, as you know. Now the command which will be performed on after pressing that button by user. Command will be self dot create file. Create file. Now it's time to do formatting of the button. So specify compound. Compound is used for formatting actually. You can also change the value according to yourself. So tk dot top. Yeah, top should be of uppercase. So tk dot top. Now what type of button we want? We want button should be flat. It should not be grooven or sunken, or I want the button should be flat. If you want, you can also search for the button of printer. You can search over Google like relief in buttons over Google. It will show you the styles uh, in how many ways button can be present. So I want the value of relief should be flat. So I am using tk dot flat. So now final one is we are going to put an image over that button, because images are much clear. We can see that image provides beauty to the file. That's why we are not going to use any button. Going to we are going to use images as a button. I'm sorry, relief tk dot flat. So it's time to import images self dot name of image. You can see self dot logo. Self dot logo is the name of image. Yeah, this self dot logo. Then the font of the text which will appear over the button. Font style should be yeah, Garamond. You can specify your own style if you want. So we have specified the text style. Now it's time to specify the size, font size. It should be 10, and then I want the text should be bold. So let's specify bold. If you want italic, then you can also write italic over here. So that's it. So guys, you can see that we have also now after importing the button, now we have provided the whole location, or you can say that whole statement for button, but still now it will not show on our canvas. You can see over here create file one okay, yeah, actually the error this error occurred because here we are calling a function create file, and till now we don't have any function. So just make a temporary function def create file, so that it will not throw any error, and just pass a syntax. It will not perform any job. So guys, you can see that still now we do not get any image or button. So for getting image and button, actually there are three pack managers in Kinter. One of them is grid, second one is place, and the third one is pack. In our project we are going to use place. If you want to use, you can also use pack or grid manager. So but here I am going to use place manager. So using place, let me show you how to use place. So for using place, you just have to write only self dot name of button, new button dot place. and it should appear when x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 30. Y coordinate is 30. You can also change these coordinate according to yourself. So now our button will be shown. As I told, you can see over here, this is the new file, as you new file button. So guys, till now uh, we have added a button to our text editor. You can see I can click over here. And one more thing also, I want to show you the styles of button, like as I told, why I choose relief equal to flat. I can also choose relief equal to sunken. Actually the relief has 6 values. Out of 6 you can use any one of them. So let's see what happened. You can see there's a boundary around the new file button. So actually it is not looking so good, that's why I haven't choose that sunken. Similarly we have groove also. It depends on the user. So groove is, let me show you, groove style is this one. Now it is, there is a boundary, but now it is something, or we can, you can see from here, it is upside, or it's at it is little outside from the canvas. So these are the basic styles, so that's why I used flat keyword. So see, now it is quite well. So we have added new file. Similarly we are going to add other buttons, so just make it good. We are going to comment that which button is this. This is our create file button. Create file button, just to remove the complexity of our program. This is our new file button. Now we are going to use, or we are going to make open file button. So let's make that, let's make those button. I don't know what is happening. Okay. So we have made a create file button. Now it's time to make open file panel, or open file button. So what you have to do is just select the whole program, not whole program, just these few lines, and just paste over here. Now change the name, because the name will be open file button. So this is the name, and here we are going to use name as self.logo2, because that's logo. Now specify the name as logo2, here logo2, and similarly we have to put logo2 here, over here. Text will be open file. Command will be self.create file, not create file, open file. Yeah, this is going to be the another command. There for create open file we have to provide another function, and the name of the image will be, let's see over here, yes, open file, open file.png. So let's specify the name. You can see over here it is suggesting me the words. That's it. So we have imported the image and we have placed a button. Yes, there is a, actually there is a confusion, and that is here we have used new button, and again we are using new button. So just change the name, otherwise a clash will be occurred between these two words, between these two buttons. Let's see what is going to happen if we do not change the new button or this name. Similarly it is throwing error, there is no open file function. So let's create a function, open file, def open file. Yes, and again write a syntax pass. Actually right now I'm writing pass, but in future or in upcoming videos I'll also make this function. I'll also define this. Right now I don't have any logic, that's why I am writing pass on, so that you guys, you can see that previous when uh, when I run this project, in that time I got new file, but right now I have open file. This is because we have used new button two times, one over here and one over here. So right now new button 2, and similarly new button 2. One more thing also, you have to change the coordinates also. Coordinates are also same, that's why it is producing the wrong output. So let's provide the coordinate. Right now I want to give x coordinate as 100 and y coordinate as 30. Let's see what is going to be happen. Yeah, so guys, you can see that we have added two buttons right now, but these are not functional. They are just like images, but we can click over here. In upcoming videos they will be functionable. So similarly, let's add status indicator, the indicator which I showed you in previous video. So let's add that indicator. Guys, again I want to say that you can specify these coordinates according to yourself. According to me these are good, that's why I specified this one. You can also specify these coordinates according to your need. So let's import the indicator button. Guys, you can see over here that I have two images for indicator. One is running images like this one, three empty dots or colorless dots, and another one is it is running, and yeah, there was an image running and loading. Yeah, you can see over here one non-colorful and other one are colorful. So these are two buttons. One depicts the running state, another depicts the loading state. So what we are going to do is we are going to import both images because they both specify the indicator together. That's why we are going to import both. So this is going to be the logo 3 because we have used logo 2 over there. So image name will be running, as you can see, running.png. Similarly, just copy this line and paste over here. The name of this image will be logo 4. Not running. Right now we are going to use guess loading. Yeah, so we have used these two buttons, not buttons actually, these two images, imported these two images. We have not put any image over here till now, but we are going to put on the canvas. So these two images, currently it is not functionable, so we want to make our program in runnable condition. So just put right now only running this logo, or I meant to say that just put this logo 3 only. In whenever this program will be functional, is going to function, um, then in that case we will use this logo loading. So right now just use this only running png. So it is going to be button 3. Actually button is confusing, so let's specify another name, that is status. Status is quite good. So this its name is status. So guys, you can see that self, and this status is actually it is not going to be the button, it should be label. So let's change the name over here, provide a name label. Again self, because there is a single window, and on that window we want to put each and every image, so that's why I am providing this master value as self. What type of style it is going to use is relief, we don't want to display any text over here, and since it is label, so there is no need to use command button. Similarly, there is no need to use compound, so just erase these lines, not these line, this text. So sorry, relief equal to tk dot flag. So you know, right now you know what is the meaning of relief. So image, yeah, we are going to use logo, which one, 3, because it depicts the running condition of image. And similarly, there is no need to use font because we are not going to use any text, so why there is you need to use font, so just remove that. Now specify the coordinates. So coordinates will be, I am going to it should be over here, so according to that I'll provide the x position, x coordinate position. I am going to specify it's 15,000 and y axis will be 60. Guys, let me tell you first that printer coordinate starts from this coordinate, and from this coordinate it extends here and it extends here. X coordinates goes here and y coordinates goes here. So what do we want? We want x coordinate 15,000 around something, this position of x, and 60 is around something from here, this position. So our image, not image, our indicator is going to be appear over here. So let's run and verify the result. And one more thing also, change the name as indicator or something else like setting status icon. So let's run it. You can see we are not seeing any indicator, but when you enlarge the app you will get. So this is our indicator. Similarly, if you want to use logo, if you want to make it in hang position or when another thread is running, you can use logo 4. You can see, I'll verify the result. See, now the status or indicator has been changed. So it's logo 4, let's give the name as logo 3. Now what we are going to do is we are going to make a scrolled text. Scroll text means the text in which we are going to write our content. So for writing the scroll text, I am going to use scroll text widget. So for specifying the scroll text, we have to import it from printer. It should be imported externally, not with printer. Means after importing printer you couldn't import scroll text, it should be imported externally. So let's import it from printer, import scroll text. Yeah, that's why that was the bug. Because of that it was not suggesting the words scroll text. So we have imported scroll text, let's use it over here. So this is the scroll text. So for specifying the scroll text, just copy it again, copy it, setting not change the name as scroll text panel. Sorry, typing mistake. So scroll text panel, what we are going to need is just we have to import scroll text, and after importing we have to put that on canvas. So for importing text box, we have to use, first of all we have to provide the name self.textbox txt box. It is user provided name. For importing it, you have to use tk dot cell scroll text scroll. Sorry, actually we have not imported it we have imported externally. So to use it, we have to write scrolled text dot scrolled text. Yeah, this is the correct syntax. So again, I want that on my master or self master window. That's why I use self. And one more thing also, we want to specify its width as, you can change the width and height of the text area according to your need, but I'm comfortable with this one. 30. Yeah, so we have imported it. Now let's put it over the canvas, no, or the window. Not canvas, canvas is a different part of printer. Just call that only window. Cell dot status dot place, not status. The name over here is going to be text box. So cell dot text box dot place. Now specify the coordinates. X coordinate will be 32 and y coordinate is going to be around something 160. You can change. Let's verify the result. You can see that here is a text box. Let's enlarge the window and we get a text area. You can write anything. You can see. So you can verify again. You can write anything. So just close it. Now import or set another icons. This time we are going to create another icon named save icon. So let's create another icon, save icon. For save icon, we are going to need only a single image. And here till now we have used logo 4. Now it's time to use logo 5. tk.photo image, name of image file, save file will be save images save. So tk not loading, that is going to be save. And style is fine. One more thing also, actually save is going to be the button, so we have to change this line with this one. We have to copy this. I don't know why it is written over here. I wrote like this. Just copy it and paste it over here. Great. So logo 5, just let's provide the name as save button. tk dot button, everything is fine. Name will be save file. After that, command should be save file. Then tk dot top is good, flat is fine, font is also fine. Let's specify, let's put it over the window. Self dot save button dot place. Value of x should be according to me it should be around 200 and y should be around 30. Verify the result. Yeah, same problem. I'm getting the same problem. I used function and I'm not specifying here, that's why it is throwing error. So let's make another function def save file. So we have defined the function save file. Let's go pass. Now let's run. Now what is this? Couldn't open save.php, no such file or directory. So text is save file is save.png. Let's verify the name first. Guys, you can see that here we are getting loading.png, create file.png, but here we have only save. So that's why it is throwing the error. So just remove save, just remove png and now run it. You can see that it run without any error. Save file. But why it is displaying the same icon over open file or save file? That's the issue. Let's resolve it. Save button is this one, and yeah, this is because here we have logo 5 and this logo we are using over here logo 2. So just change it with logo 5. That's why we have to work very seriously, otherwise result will be unambiguous. So this is new file, open file, save file, along with indicator text right here. So let's specify the other button as time traverser. Copy it, paste it, logo 5, save icon. Before that we should have save as also, because save and after that we used save as in that video. We have that icon. So it should be logo 6. Again specify here logo 6, save as file. Compound is everything is fine except the name, save as file. Now everything is fine. And also one more thing, coordinates are must to specify 300. And one more thing also, function of save as file, def save as file, yeah, pass. Now let's verify. Again it is throwing error. Object has noticed save as file. We have extra z over here. Yeah, again displaying the same icon. It's logo 6. Here we have logo 6, here logo 5 we have, and here we have logo, yeah, name is save and then again save. It is we are importing the same image twice, so it should be save as. That's why I'm just running it again and again after importing each and every image. So you can see we have 4 images till now. Let's import another one, and this is going to be time traverser. And for time traverser, I told you what is the function of time traverser over here. So let's make that button. So button name should be setting time traverser, and the logo will be 7, image will be AI activity. Yeah, one more thing, while working with we are not going to use AI enabler right now. We are working with time traverser. So image of time traverser will be a clock. So you can see that here we have a image as clock, so we are going to use this image for time traverser. So let's use this. File will be clock, only clock. So this is the name of file without png, yeah, without png. So name of this button should be time traverser button, time traversal button, fine. And everything is fine except this one. The name should be time traversal. Command self dot not save file, it should be time traverse. So everything is fine. Again, change this name as logo 7, specify coordinates. Now it's time to use x coordinate as 400, pi is fine, and yeah, that's enough. Let's run. Yeah, one more thing also, here we are importing, again we are using save button, but it was time traversal button. So let's run again, not again. Yeah, we forget to make the function for it. So def function name is time traverse, time traverse self. Let's run it. You can see that we have five buttons till now. Now we are going to import only two buttons. Yeah, that's fine. So let's import, let's finish the UI part first. In this video we are going to finish on the UI part. In upcoming videos I will show you how to provide functionalities to these buttons. So we are going to set this time AI button. In video I told you there was a button when you when you click over that, it turned blue, otherwise it turned black. So that was the AI button, and AI button has two states. One is AI enabler and AI activated or AI deactivated. So this one is activated and this one is AI deactivated. So we are going to use both these images. Again we have to import two images in this folder, and let's use that. So here we imported two images, so just copy this code, this part of code, and paste it over here. We have used logo 7, it's time to use logo 8. It is going to be logo 8 and it is going to be logo 9. The file name should be AI activated, and another name will be AI deactivated. Yeah, this one. So we have specified the name. One more thing also, we have to use counter also. Counter means when user click over the AI button, it should turn blue, and otherwise it should turn black. So for using that functionality we have to use a counter also. So for using counter, let's specify a counter self dot, actually counter is not related to GUI part, it is related to backend part. So but we are using it right now. So to avoid confusion, counter equal to 0. If counter equal to 0, it means AI mode is disabled, otherwise AI mode will be enabled if it is 1. So self.ai counter equal to 0, it means AI is disabled currently. So while working, when you are initially working with application, it should be disabled, not enabled. So we are going to use this image logo 9. So let's specify a name as AI button. AI button, this is the image button. Yeah, it should be button, not label. So we have changed the name self find. Now command should be self dot AI mode. Command should be AI mode when the user click over here. AI mode, relief is fine. Compound, we have to specify compound also. Compound equal to tk dot top. So this is compound. We have used relief. Image we have used, but image should be of logo 9 because currently it is deactivated. And one more thing also is font. Don't type, just copy it over from here. Yeah, this one. Control. So we have used. Now it's time to put that button. So putting it, use AI button dot place. Name should be around, X value should be 1400 and Y value should be 60. 60 is fine. Yeah, now let's verify the result. One more thing also we are forgetting, we do not have any AI mode, so it will again throw error. So for resolving that problem, we have to make a function or method AI mode pass. Let's run it and verify the result, because we have to verify the result, otherwise we will get ambitious data or ambitious output. So that we consider we have AI button. Now it's time to import, it's time to load file addresser. File addresser means when you are watching that video. Wait, if I have that image, let me show you. Sorry, I do not have right now. When I showed you my text editor, there was a label named untitled, and over untitled, you can see that that untitled will be changed when you import another file. Then content of untitled is changeable. So I am calling that one as file addresser, because it will address the name of file or the location of file. That's why I'm calling the file addresser. The position of file addresser was over here, around over here, not in this IDE or in my software or in my project. So just provide the name as that label as to that label as address file addresser. So again copy it, Control C, Control V, and provide name as file addresser. That was a file addresser label. So we are not going to use any image over here, that's why there is no need to import any image, or there is no need to import any use any counter. So just remove that. Here we have file address label, so provide name as file label, file address label as tk dot label. It should be on self. There is no need to use command because it's label. Command is useless over here. Similarly, no need to use compound, remove it. There is need to use relief, and no need to use image. And yeah, font is important, so just increase the font by 5 so that font size will be enough, quite enough to read. So so it will be 15 bold, everything is fine. And one more thing also, just make it italic to make clearable or sensible. Increase it beauty also. So it is the file address label. Now put it over the screen. File address label dot place, x value should be 40 and y value should be 822. You can change according to you. Let's verify whether we got that or not. You can see we couldn't get that. Wait, actually we haven't write any text over that, so just specify text as text equal to untitled. Let's specify this name and again run so that it will be verified whether we got that or not. Yeah, we got that, it is untitled, so it is here. Move on to the next step, and that one is setting list box, and this is going to be the last functionality or last UI icon. Yeah, one more thing also, there is a copy button, and one more that is microphone button. So let's accelerate our work. It's time to set list box. So list box means the box which appeared over here in my video, which was suggesting me the words. So that was the list box. So I am using that list box. Control V, providing the name as setting list box. For using list box, I have to externally use frame, because I couldn't place that list box on the main screen. It is impossible, so that's why I am creating a new frame, tk dot frame self over here, because this frame is going to appear on main screen. Self means main screen. Just place it over the screen. X equal to 1200 and y equal to 35. Now we have added the frame, but we could not see that because it is invisible right now. It is here, but we couldn't see that. So for seeing that, we have to put list box over it. And one more thing also, because in word suggester we are going to use multiple words, so we have to put scroll bar over there also. In list box we are going to use a scroll bar. You know why I going to use scroll bar? Because if we have multiple data or multiple words, so for scrolling among them we have to use scroll bar, because in this list box there is no scroll bar inbuilt the list box. So for that we are going to use it externally. So I am specifying a name as scroll bar equal to tk dot scroll bar. So this is the scroll bar we are going to use, and it is going to be on root frame, not the main screen. Should be on root frame, and root frame is on main screen, and indirectly it will also be on main screen. So this is our scroll bar. Now it's time to put list box over here. Self dot lst box means list box, tk dot list box, and it should be on root, and its height should be 6. 6 is fine, and put it over the root window, means root frame. So for putting it, you have to use self dot listbox dot pack. Here I am using pack manager just for simplicity. Side equal to tk dot left. That's it. Side equal to tk dot left means our scroll bar is going to be on right and our list boxes should be on left side. That's why it is tk dot left. Scroll bar should be on right, it should be on left. So we have put our list box on the root icon or root window, root frame. So just attach the scroll bar to the list box. So attach it. Yeah. So attach it. Attaching this scroll bar with list box. Yes. So let's attach it. Should I think I have removed the AI button. Or we can say that comment. Yeah. So okay, forget it. Yeah. So we were attaching list box with scroll bar. That's it. Now it's time to attach. So for attaching it, you have to write self dot listbox dot config y scroll command equal to scroll bar dot set. Yeah, fine. Self dot listbox dot config y scroll command equal to scroll bar dot set. Fine. It's time to use another function. So we have attached. Also we are going to place the scroll bar. So placing scroll bar, we have to use scro scroll bar dot config. Command should be self dot listbox dot y. Actually till now I am attaching the scroll bar to my list box. It is not a scroll bar, it is self dot scroll bar. No, sorry, it is scroll bar because the name over here is scroll bar, not with self. So self dot scroll. Now again we are providing the name scroll bar dot pack. We are using pack manager. Side should be tk dot right fill equal to tk. I will explain you why we are using this fill. I will show you the importance of this fill. Wait. So fill equal to tk dot y. That's it. So we have added the list box. This was the AI button. So just again make it complete. Setting AI button. That's it. Let's run it. You can see that we have this scroll bar, or we can you can say that this list box. Yes, this one you can see over here. So let's change the value, or we can say that let's remove this fill and see what will happen in the you can see the scroll bar is working very ambiguously, or its size is very small. So just to adjust this scroll bar with this list box, we have to use that fill. Now you can see that it is working perfectly. Yeah. So this was the basic UI. And one more thing also, copy button and mic button, because they are also the part of our code, and within 5 minutes they will be over here. So just let's add them also within 5 minutes. Logo 7. Yeah, we were adding copy button. So setting copy button, copy. So this is this is going to be the copy button. Name of copy button is let's see, copy. And one more thing also, microphone. Yes, there are two name of mic, that is off mic and on mic. So we have to import both images. Remember these names. So we have copy button as copy. So file name should be copy. Name should be, let's provide a name as copy button. Copy button. Yeah, this one. DK dot button. That, and the logo name should be it should be let's see, we have used image, this is AI button, and this logo 9 over here, so it should be logo 10. Photo image copy, that's fine. Name should be copy button, and the text should be copy. Command is self.copy file. Compound is fine over here. Similarly, relief is fine. Image should be self.logo 10. Font is fine. Yeah, everything is fine. And X position should be 530, and Y position should be 30. That's great. It's time to use the X button, and that one is, and one more thing also, we should have to define this function, copy file, def copy file as self, then pass. Now this is the final UI button we are going to use. Guys, we have removed the AI button part, so we have to use that button. So okay, we will do it, no problem. One more, but first of all we have to define this microphone icon. Setting mic. Yeah, fine. Logo should be that was 10, so it should be 10 11, and one for off mic and one for on mic. So for off mic we are using 11 off mic, and for using on mic we are using, we will use logo 11, not 11, it should be 12. So that's it. Name should be mic button name should be text equal to mic. Command should be self dot auto type, because mic should type automatically. Auto type, fine. Command compound is fine. Relief fine. Image is also not fine. It should be 11 because initially mic is enable or in off mic state. So we are using logo 11 over here. Font is working. Font is also good. Let's place this mic button. X position should be around 630 is fine. Yeah, so just add the little part also, otherwise we will get the error. We have to add the AI images or AI counter, because we removed that. Yeah, we truly removed that. So to avoiding mistakes, we have to import the images. Setting AI button. So just provide the name as self.logo. This one for AI activated. It should be logo 8. Yeah, logo 8. And then we had a counter name self, if you remember, dot AI counter equal to 0. Again another image that is on mic, not on mic, AI deactivated. That one is 11, not 11, 8, and then 9. Yeah, that's fine, everything is fine. Let's verify the result. Yeah, we get error because we don't have any function name auto type and we use it over here. So just make a function auto type. Auto type, fine. One more thing also, you have to shift it here. Pass. Let's run it. So this is going to be the final UI of our, wait, here AI button is not AI button, something is missing. Setting mic, fine. Something is missing from here. File copy. Yeah, you can see here we have copy button and we are placing this type traversal button over here. So that was producing the ambiguous output, so it should be copy button. Yeah, fine. Let's verify the answer or output. Yeah, fine, everything is fine. So this is the final UI and everything is fine in this. So in upcoming videos we will define functionality one by one. So hence in this way you can achieve the basic UI of the text editor. So thank you guys. If you like the video, kindly uh, like my channel or hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys. If you like my video, in upcoming videos I'll add functionalities or another things also. Thank you.